Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing baby names I love but won't be using tags. So I have 10 boy names and 10 girl names that I really like, but I just didn't end up using because either I didn't have a boy or because other reasons, and I'll explain why I didn't end up using these names. So, let's just get started. And a lot of people, when they do these videos, they go and they say, oh, I'm not going to tell you the names that I'm choosing or my top boy and girl names because I don't want you guys stealing them, but I don't know. I'm just going to tell you guys top girl name and boy names were. So obviously the name I ended up choosing for my girl is Collette Briar. If I were to have a boy, we were planning on naming him Declan Chase. So those were my two names. If you see me looking down, I have my list right here. So I'm just going to alternate back and forth between boy and girl names, and I'll start with a girl name. The first girl name I have is Emryn, E-M-R-Y-N, and I don't know, I really like this name. My name is Cameron, and I don't know, it just sounds too similar. I think it'd be confusing to have me Cameron and my daughter Emryn. It's also just a little bit too out there for me, too like unique, I guess, but I don't know, maybe one day I'll use it. It's definitely like, it was a close call. Like I almost used that name. For a while it was going to be Emryn. So a boy name that I love is Emmitt, and I originally heard this name from Switched at Birth, that show. He was a character. I don't know, I love the name, but every time I think of Emmitt, I think of the character from Switched at Birth, and he's just, I don't know, he's not that cute. So I'm not a big fan of that name. My second girl name is Elaine. I love this name, and if I ever have another girl, it will be named Elaine. It's because my grandma, she had a daughter named Elaine that passed away after a few days of being born, just to honor her, and I just love the name, and I think it sounds so sweet. And secondly, because of the nickname, Lainey, which I think is so adorable. I even would consider naming her just Lainey. I don't know, it's just a little too girly to be just Lainey, so I think Elaine and then call her Lainey. My second boy name is Bennet. I love the name Bennet because my two closest people in my life are my dad and my brother. And my dad's name is Ben, and my brother's name is Corbin. Corbin. And Bennet, and I just think Bennet would be super cool to incorporate their names into my son's name, but I don't know, it's just a little too out there. I think it would get teased at school if his name was Bennet, just because it's like an old man name, so that's the reason I wouldn't choose Bennet. My third girl name is Leah, and I love Leah because my middle name is Lee. My boyfriend always calls me Lily and Lee, so I love the name Lee, but it's kind of weird to have your first name just be Lee, so I decided Leah was a cute name for her, but we just didn't end up using it. I think it's just too common. It's a pretty common name. I know a few people named Leah. The next boy name I have is Anders. This was definitely in the top 3 for my boy names. I love the name Anders. It just sounds so sweet, and I don't know, kind of like southern, just Anders. I don't know why I didn't end up choosing it. It just didn't make the cut, I guess. There's no particular reason I wouldn't use Anders. My next girl name, which I love, is Charlotte. And we ended up choosing Collette, which is kind of the same thing as Charlotte with the L-O-T-T-E at the end. But I don't know, we just liked Collette better because it wasn't as common as Charlotte. I know a lot of Charlottes, so we didn't end up choosing Charlotte. My next boy name is Declan, which I said at the beginning that I would name my son Declan if I had a son. And the only reason I didn't end up using this name is because I didn't have a son, so I love the name Declan. I've never seen it on any baby name list. It's very unique and very not super common, but it's also an actual name, and it's older, and as you can tell, like, I kind of like older sounding names that are not so common. So Declan, Declan McKenna, the singer, is where I originally heard it. So, and I love him and I love his songs, so I love the name Declan. The next girl name I have is Esme, and I would not choose this name because there's different ways to pronounce it and it's all spelled the same. So it's Esme. So some people pronounce it Esme, some people pronounce it Esme, and that would just bother me if like half the time everyone was getting my name wrong. So I wouldn't want to put her through that, but I also think it's a little too out there also. It's a little too unique for my taste. And the next boy name is Chace, which is my boyfriend's middle name, and I love the name Chace. I call him Chace all the time. I like to just add a unique twist on names that are too normal, and that one for me is like pretty common, so I would spell it Chace, like Chase, and then could be nicknamed Ace. So I think that's super cute. And for a while we were gonna name our son Chace if Collette was a boy. We were kind of in between Declan and Chace, but I liked it better as a middle name. The next girl name I have is Emilia, and I love, love, love this name. And if I were to ever use it, I would spell it with an E instead of an A. Spelled with an A, it's like on the top 100 baby names. It's really high up there, I think. Of course, I don't like popular names. I wouldn't be able to name my kid like something that's like top 5. So it's way up there, and I wouldn't want her to go to school and have 3 other Emilias in her class. But if I were to ever use this name, which I probably won't for that reason, I would have to spell it Emilia, Emilia, which I think is prettier anyways, because then you can call her M-E-M. My next boy name is Oliver. I love this name even before I met Landon, but Landon's grandfather and great-grandfather and dad is named Oliver, and so there's Oliver the second, Oliver the third, and they kind of stopped at Landon. It would be cute to get that started again and call him Oliver, but I don't know why I wouldn't choose it. There's no good reason, and I love the nickname Ollie. It would sound better if I were British. Like, I know a lot of British people, or not know, but I watch on YouTube a lot of British people named Oliver, and they all sound so cute when they say Ollie, Ollie. I don't know. I love it. The next girl name is Millie. I have loved this name, and the first time I heard it, it wasn't even from Millie Bobby Brown. It was from a song by Fish called Fee. I like it. That's the first time I heard the name. I was like, oh, Millie. But now I just think of Millie Bobby Brown, and she's super famous right now. I wouldn't want people to think I named my daughter after Millie Bobby Brown. And that's also one of those names that it sounds a lot better with a British accent, like Millie. I don't know. I just wouldn't name her that because of Millie Bobby Brown. The next boy name I have is Keaton. And I first heard this, I think it's literally just called Malibu Surf, but I heard the name Keaton on there, and I just love it. Keaton, and I don't know, Landon just didn't like it, so that's probably why I wouldn't use it. The next girl name I have is Aylin, A-Y-L-I-N, Aylin. I love the name Aylin, and I think it's so cute and unique, but the reason I wouldn't use it is because I'm really close to my little sister, and her name is Avon. My kid's gonna be living in the same house as me for at least the next 2 years, So it will be confusing having an Avon and an Aylin in the same house. It sounds too similar to Avon, so I just wouldn't use it. The next boy name I like is Owen, and I love, love, love this name. If I didn't name it Declan, I would name it Owen. I love the name Owen, and I'm even considering, like, I think by the time I have a boy, I might consider Owen again, because I don't know, I just keep coming back to the name of Owen. The next name I have is Bridgette, and I think the whole Charlotte and Bridgette and Collette, I just love names with at the end, I guess. I originally heard it, my dad like recommended the name Bridgette. I actually really like Bridgette. I hadn't even thought of that name. I think it's just so sweet and sounds like a princess. Don't know why, I just didn't like it enough, I guess. The next boy name I have is Elliot. And I love the name Elliot. It sounds so cute and sweet, but I think the reason I wouldn't use it is because it sounds too much of like a little boy name. Like, I don't know, I just can't picture an older gentleman named Elliot. I mean, it'd be super cute to have a little boy named Elliot, but once I get older, I think it would be weird. The next name I have is Olivia. And as I explained earlier with the name Oliver, when we found out that it was a girl, Landon's dad, whose name is Oliver, recommended the name Olivia because it's kind of like Oliver, but the girl version of Oliver, I guess. And I love the name. I think it sounds so pretty, and calling her Liv, but I think if it wasn't number 3 top name in America right now, I would totally use it. 2017, everybody's naming their kid Olivia, so I think by the time she gets to kindergarten, there will be 5 Olivias in her class. I've had a class where there was like 3 other Camerons, and it was just awful. I wouldn't want her to be named Olivia for that reason, and I feel awful because it would be so cute to have her named after her grandfather. And the last boy name I have is Camden. And I love the name Camden. I went to England 2 summers ago, and we went to this little flea market shop area, and it was called Camden, and that was just so cute, and I had the best day, and it was just a great memory. It is also, my name is Cameron, and his name is Landon. If you put Cameron and Landon together, you get Camden, and I just think it's a little too cheesy. I don't want people thinking I named my son after me and Landon's ship name or anything, so that's the reason I wouldn't use Camden. I just love talking about baby names. I love baby names. Even before I was pregnant, I like had a list of all the baby names I love. And I'm really happy with the name we chose for Collette. And thank you for watching.